Welcome. So this is going to be an introductory video to this course, Advanced Experimental Psychology. So I'm going to go ahead and walk through a couple quick things just so everyone is on the same page, starting the semester off on the right foot. So I'm actually going to go ahead and switch over my screens here, and we're going to walk through the Canvas page and just a few important things to make sure everybody is familiar with this and on the same page. So when the course is published, you will see these two pages here. The first one here is the lecture page. This is where all lectures and exam content will be. This second one with the purple background is going to be the lab page, which is a separate page for all of the lab activities and assignments that we'll be doing for that. So let's first take a look at the Canvas page for the lecture portion of the material. And there's some important information here on this front page just for you guys to be aware of and keep in mind. The only assignments that are part of this section of the course are your 3 exams. And those happen every 2 weeks. We'll see that as we look at the schedule here in a minute. But on this page, you've got, you can look at lecture videos that are going to have links to all of the lecture videos that are required for the course, or you could look under the modules and have things broken up kind of into the sections. So exam 1 content has each of the chapters as well as the exam as part of it. So if I were to click on chapter 1, you'll see you actually get the embedded video here, or you could always follow the links and watch this on YouTube itself. So that's going to take us through this. And again, quizzes can be found either on the modules page or by going to the exams page for that section. Everything for this section of the course is open from day 1. So you could work ahead. You can get all your exams done if you wanted to on the first week. I may not recommend doing that, but it's something you could do if you'd like. The only thing to pay attention to is that you must submit the exams by the due dates that are listed. So they won't be accepted late. There'll be no exceptions for this since they're all open day 1. Make sure that you get them completed and finished by that due date. You only get 1 attempt, so make sure you are prepared for that as well. The exams will use Respondus, Lockdown, and Monitor, so make sure that you've reviewed the content and you're ready to take the exams. They're also closed book, closed notes, so make sure that you keep that in mind as well. But that is everything for the lecture portion of the course. On this Canvas page, it's all open again from the start, and you can work through it at your own pace as long as you're meeting those 2-week exam points every 2 weeks. Let's take a look now at the lab portion, which is where more of the content is going to be. So if we open up this lab page, you'll see this landing page brings us to a few different things. So we're going to talk about the schedule here in a second. And then we have modules, assignments, and syllabus here as well. Of course, you've got everything on the left you can use if you'd like to do it that way. But let's take a look first at the schedule just to kind of break down what we're going to be doing. And this does include the exams for convenience, but this is basically everything we're going to be doing throughout the semester. You can see it's broken down in 2 weeks, and the focus of each week is listed for that as well. Typically, the way assignments work is that there's going to be 2 due dates throughout the week for different assignments. Usually, with the exception of the first week, there's going to be an assignment, or there's going to be a due date of Wednesday evenings and a due date of Saturday evenings. This is going to keep us on track moving forward and progressing with different assignments as we go. So for example, let's not really look at the first week. You have extra time for those because we're starting late. But on a normal week like week 2, you'll see we'll have a few assignments like topic selection and a lab report that are due on Wednesday. And then the other half sort of the week, your SPSS activity and your introduction section of your paper will be due on Saturday. So kind of the first half of the week is designed to set you up and get you prepared to complete the second half of the week, at least the paper portion there as well. And then you'll notice, like I said, I have exams listed in here just so that they're there to keep you kind of on track as well. Exams are due on Sundays, so that gives you kind of a flex day on Sundays if you need to focus on the exams on those days. So again, you'll see week 3, we've got a Wednesday due date, sort of a midweek check-in for these assignments, and then your Saturday for everything else that is due. Same thing on week 4, 5, and 6. You'll notice that week 6, you'll have a few things such as the presentation and paper, which I'll talk about here in a second, due on that Saturday as well. So let's talk about the paper and kind of what the purpose of this lab and this class is. So what you'll be doing throughout the semester is working on a research project. So you'll kind of start at the beginning thinking about hypotheses and different variables to use, and you'll work all the way through data collection, analysis, and write-up. And at the end of the semester, you're going to have a final paper that is comprised of all of these different sections, as well as a presentation. So you'll build a poster and you'll record yourselves giving a short presentation for what you found on your topic. With that being said, the way I like to do things, and most people tend to like this as well, is we break that paper up throughout the semester. So that means at the end of the semester, you are not writing this long paper. You're writing the sections along the way. You can see we actually start in week 2 writing the introduction. Then week 3, you'll write the method section. Week 5, you'll write the results. And then the last week, you'll write the discussion. So that means this final paper assignment is really just a formatting assignment where you take all those sections you've already written, put them together, and format them nice and neat. So this is much less of a daunting task than it might seem because you've been accomplishing these tasks all along throughout the semester. That brings me to kind of the way this class works. This is a very sort of intense class and one that you're going to have to be on top of. You're going to have to make sure that you are staying on top of things every week for this class in order to do well and succeed. This isn't really a class that you can kind of just, lump sum work on. You're probably going to be having to make progress and work on something almost every day. So keep that in mind. This is definitely one of the more intense classes. So it's going to require more effort on your part, maybe than some others. That being said, this is also one of the first times we're doing this asynchronously. So that is another unique challenge that this semester kind of brings with it. So keep that in mind as well. And please reach out to me if you have questions. I'm going to try to be as involved as I can be. There's lots of videos that are going to be throughout the course to help you along the way, but I am also available. So please reach out to me if you have questions or need help with anything along the way. Let me go back quickly and we'll just talk about the modules and how that works. So from this homepage, you can look under modules and you'll see each week, there'll be this video here will actually be in this welcome module. You can see each week exactly what is part of that week, as well as the due dates on each of them with those Wednesday and Saturday due dates. With that said, each module for the week will open up on that week. So unlike the lecture portion, which is all open from the beginning, this will only open up as we go to keep everyone kind of on track and at the same point in the project timeline. With all that said, that pretty much wraps up most of what I wanted to discuss with you. We can quickly just glance through the syllabus, some general information I'll point out. Number 1, again, everything is asynchronous. This is the incorrect syllabus. Let me look at the one here. I got to update that. The syllabus here you'll see is everything is by appointment or asynchronous based on the nature of the course. Your TA is Victoria Hill. She's fantastic. She actually took this course with me, so she should be an expert on this. Please don't hesitate to reach out to her or myself. We're both happy to help. You can find her contact information here at the top of the syllabus. Again, some general breakdowns of how the assignments work are all listed here as well. The percentage of each section for lab reports, activities, different assignments we're going to work through throughout the semester. Just kind of read through this and make sure that you're comfortable with this and let me know if you have any questions. You can also see one of the important things I wanted to point out is my late work policy. Because things move so quickly over the summer and we have to be making progress forward, I will accept assignments up to 2 days late, but keep that in mind that you'll get 10% off each day, and those are pretty heavy deductions, and you really need to make sure you're staying on track and on top of these assignments. I'll have an extra credit assignment open up towards the end of the semester for course evaluations, but we're not quite there yet. Some general syllabus stuff, and then at the bottom of the syllabus you'll see is another version of the calendar or the weekly schedule with all of our assignments on it. With that, I think that wraps things up. I will leave you here. Remember, again, there are the 2 courses. Make sure that you're staying on track of both. You can see all of the assignments should be listed in your Canvas calendar. You'll see for July, those Wednesday midweek check-ins, those Saturday more bigger project due dates, and then the exams that are due on those weekly Sundays. So, or every other week on Sunday. So keep that in mind. Again, please reach out if you have questions. I'm always happy to help, and you'll see me along the way through videos and things like that. All right, with that, I will wrap it up here.